if you're seeing this, this is your full moon in Aquarius messages. This is actually your super blue full moon, super full blue moon, whatever way you want to say that, in Aquarius messages. And this is for my water signs. Welcome, welcome. If you're here, my name is Lara. If you don't know me, and if you do, welcome back. We are taking a look at a few things underneath this energy of the full moon that's happening. So if you're seeing this and it is not that time, just know that these messages were meant to find you. If you're here, you may be a water sign, sun, moon, rising, any one of your other planetary placements, or you may just be resonating with the element of water, in which case you can trust that there are messages here for you. It does not matter if you're finding this at the time of the moon, that moon happening August 19th. Whether it's a few days later, we're still working with that energy. But also, like, time is not linear. So when you find it, and it's what you needed to hear. I've definitely watched some on, and it's been like a year since they were posted, and I watched them and I'm like, how did I miss this a year ago? And it's exactly what I needed to hear right at the exact time a year later. So it's like, it doesn't matter. Also, these are general messages, and so it may not be super specific to what you're working with in the moment in your 3D reality, but we're talking very much generally along the lines of the energies and the patterns and the themes and the habits and the whatever. So yeah, that's the deal here. You will know what messages are meant for you. So take whatever you like, leave whatever you don't need, whatever you don't like. As long as you are here with an open mind, an open heart, and a willingness to face your truth, you'll be all right. So yeah, there's a lot of astrology going on. We'll touch a little bit on that. And then I have a couple different oracle decks. We're going to pull from the Keepers of the Light just to see what spirit energy is sort of coming through to guide us. Then we'll pull some tarot. We're going to look at what the focus is for you under this full moon, what gifts are here for you to receive, and what gifts are for you to give away under this energy. So, and then we have the moon deck, which is going to just close us out with a little affirmation, a little advice on integrating and working with this energy. So I hope that you're ready, and we'll just dive in. So there is a lot going on under this under this full moon. So it's actually like, yes, it's a blue moon, and we get that term once in a blue moon because it's a pretty rare occasion on its own. But this particular blue moon is also a super moon, which is another one that's like not a common moon, and the moon is in its fullest lunation. So full moons in general are about cleansing, clearing, letting go of what's no longer serving you as you have begun to cultivate the seeds that were planted with your intention a couple weeks ago in the new moon. And so this is our halfway point through the cycle. The moon is at its brightest. Also, as a super moon, it's appearing larger, it's appearing brighter. So super duper intense energies, and all of this is, the full moon is in the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius is the water bearer. It is a super unique energy. It is very humanitarian and for the community and for the greater good and the common good, but it is also an energy that is it's very much, you know, in its like finding that connectedness through our autonomy, by being our own individual, finding what is unique to us, being that, standing in our own authenticity, and by doing that is like, you know, if everyone is being their own unique self, living their own unique life in their own unique purpose, how do we come together within that, you know? So really interesting energies. We're also like riding off of so much. We had the Lionsgate 8/8 portal earlier this month. We had, you know, we have like 3 or 4 planets in retrograde right now. So Saturn and Pluto and Uranus are all retrograding, I believe. And I'm not 100% on that. Don't quote me on it, but definitely Saturn. And we're working with these energies moving forward through the rest of the year, but also Mercury is in retrograde right now. We're sort of like kind of smack in the middle of it. And Chiron also, the asteroid, the wounded healer, is retrograding, because why not add that to the mix? There's a lot going on. I am like not by any means an astrologer, although my work is very much informed by astrology and the archetypes therein. They, you know, it's shared with the tarot itself. So, you know, there's just like so much, I can barely even keep up is my point. That's what I'm saying. So, but needless to say, it's a lot of big energies. This is a huge point in time for reflection. And yeah, I mean, honestly, like I'm pretty exhausted under this energy. And it's interesting, and it's I don't know. I had someone text me earlier this week. Excuse me, my throat is scratchy, but someone texted me earlier this week and was like, what is going on, girl? Because I cannot, like, what is happening? And yeah, at a certain point, you know, it's great to keep the astrology in mind, but like at a certain point, you just have to like be living and breathing the experience. Like, it's like trying to keep up with all of the news that comes out. There's really like, you know, this is wild times. And there's always something going on. So everything is moving and shifting constantly. A state of expansion and contraction. And I think we're just like really feeling that right now. The energies are intense and big, and yeah. So there's a lot. So if you're feeling all kinds of things, that's to be expected, no matter what they are. And yeah, so with that in mind, let's just go ahead and jump right in here. I'm going to grab our Keepers of the Light. So I am going to ask for whoever is here to come through for the collective, resonating with this water sign energy here under this super blue full moon in Aquarius. Who is here to guide us and clue us in a little bit on what we're going to be shown under the light of this moon? Whoever is here. Ooh, okay. All right. I'm actually going to need my little guidebook for this one. Cool. So we have, for my beautiful water signs, we have White Eagle, who is the ancestor spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. Such a cool card. Blue feathers here, as well as throughout. Maybe feathers are significant for you. They're a pretty common synchronicity to see, but maybe also blue feather is particularly important. I don't know. If you know, then you'll know. Let's read. Let's see here. What do we have? White Eagle. Kimmy. There we are. Okay. White Eagle is a Native American shaman who is dedicated to honoring our spiritual heritage. He is a world-renowned spiritual guide who has been particularly cherished by mediums all over the world. He first spoke through a medium called Grace Cook in the early 20th century. He is the guide who helps create clear channels in our bloodline and our spiritual lineage so we can access the heart of the Creator. He also helps us move into sacred ceremony, where we can hold sacred space to honor a change, transition, celebration, or anything else that deserves time. He is wonderful for clearing spaces, and we can call on him for help in foraging spiritual connections. I love that. Take some time to honor just how far you have come, recognizing through ceremony and ritual the shifts in your awareness, healing and journeying. Your awareness, healing and journey. What? Recognizing through ceremony and ritual the shifts in your awareness, healing and journey really allows you to move into a state of grace and gratitude. You have or have recently had an opportunity to heal an old family wound or pattern. Interesting. It's important to connect with your family in spirit so that you can get a new energy of love in place. White Eagle is bringing your ancestors through to you and allowing you to know that they are happy and well. He is sounding his sacred drums to clear your spirit. So, sound healing is coming up for me too, to like using sound healing to help clear your aura and your space. This could be helpful for you right now, helping you connect into this ancestral lineage. Interesting. I love this. There's a lot of blue in this card, which is really beautiful. And we have our water energy with us. So, okay. Also interesting with like sound healing because my throat is scratchy. So, and blue is the color of the throat chakra, and feathers, communication. We're in Mercury retrograde. And what I want to say about that is that like maybe as part of something in your family lineage, it's something to do with your voice. Do with that what you will. And join the club. Hang on one second. I'm going to drink some water. Okay. Wait, hello. Are you paying attention? Are you? Okay, we're back. White Eagle, ancestor spirit, here to guide us in. Okay, great. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to grab the tarot deck now, and we're going to give a little quick shuffle, and we're going to ask White Eagle and Spirit what, I'll be taking 3 cards all together. And what card do we have for our focus for our water sign energy? Those seeing this message, what's the focus for them under the light of this moon? We're going to do that. Okay. And could we also please see the gift that is here to receive under this super blue full moon. Ha ha. All right. And then can we see what the, interesting. This is the gift to give. Thank you so much. Cats around my feet. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Ha ha. How interesting. And yes. Okay. So we're going to start with our shadow card, the card that's under the deck here. This represents our subconscious mind. So what's driving us underneath the surface? We have the Three of Pentacles. Okay. So with the Three of Pentacles energy, we are talking about collaboration. We had this card come up in another way. I'm not remembering which one it was that I did recently, whether it was our fire signs or our Tarot Tuesday. If you've been here, you probably know we do Tarot Tuesday every Tuesday. But all that to say, coming out in this position as the shadow card, yes, Pentacles being about material resources, but I'm really feeling strongly that this is also really speaking to the parts of ourself in our subconscious that we need to bring together, often the neglected parts of ourselves. Ooh, excuse me. For whatever reason, right? Like because you were told that that was like not demure, not cutesy, and so you threw it away into the back of the closet. You or someone else decided it was not an acceptable part of who you were, so you hid it away. And literally, this is just shadow work, is, you know, going in, finding these pieces of yourself that you think are not good, and learning how to listen to these parts of you that are unloved and integrate these pieces into the greater whole, Aquarius, for a more, you know, fully embodied experience of who you are as an individual. Okay, so I'm seeing this on that deep of a level because we have it just right here ready to go. But also I think it's reflective of like what's, you know, maybe it's showing up in your collaborations, particularly with work. That's possible too. But with subconscious things, they show up like in every area of our life. And underneath that is the Tower energy. So this is a shift that you're really resisting this for some reason. If this actually is shadow work, that makes sense. A lot of people don't want to do shadow work. It's tough. It's not easy. You see things about yourself that you can't unsee. You know, it does lead to a sense of freedom, a sense of enlightenment, of wholeness in yourself. But there's a real like resistance here to let this necessary breakdown occur. And with the Five of Pentacles behind that, this is indicating to me that this is like really, it's really hard for you to let go. The building's coming down whether or not you're coming with it. The tree is coming down whether or not you jump ahead to try to save yourself or not. Okay? But, which, yeah, if it is shadow work, it's coming for you whether you like it or not. Sorry to say it. And it's, you know, it really still is this Five of Pentacles energy, this victim mindset, this lack mentality, poverty, right? It's not about the number. It's not about how much you actually have. There are billionaires who don't think that they have enough money. There are billionaires that live in lack mindset, and when you're living in that state, you always have problems and there's never enough. But the reality is you just gotta look around, but the key is right there for you. But it's real hard. You don't want to do it. And that makes sense because with, White Eagle and like generational stuff. What was it? Family wound or pattern can be healed now. So okay. All right. Yep. Already you can use the energy of this super blue full moon to light up that shadow and that family wound or pattern. Because the way that you heal it is to love it. And that's what you do in your shadow work. No matter how ugly you think it is, love it anyways. Okay. So that's just all underneath the surface. No big deal. Oh my goodness. So, all right. So let's talk about it. What do we have for your focus? We have the Emperor in reverse. Girl. So, I have a complicated relationship with the Emperor. Who don't I have a complicated relationship with? Let's be real. No, the Emperor reverse. So in the upright position, okay, we're talking about Aries energy. We are, I just saw 2. Funny. Okay. So in the upright position, this is someone who has experience and developed their own strategy to go out and create their world. They are divinely guided in what they do. And this is like father energy. I can see that reflected here with White Eagle. And it is about, there's wisdom from experience. There is the persistence to continue and go out and get what you want, despite the fact that you are the one who is paving the path. That's the Emperor. Okay. When we have in the reverse position, we're talking about an energy that is like overly dominating, harsh, controlling. So if this isn't a person, an actual person in your life, because it could be, the energy is masculine in nature, which has nothing to do with any sort of body or presentation, because we all have both. It's out of alignment and it's creating issues. It is getting in the way. Also, like, there's so much red Mars energy. So Mars being Aries, the god of war, but also, strength, victory when it's imbalanced. But when it's out of balance, it's can even be violent. Maybe it is that extreme for you. So this could potentially be a person that's in your life, or it could be the way that you're treating yourself. Because, I just got such heavy shadow work energy from our shadow cards. So I could also really see it being that. And like, really, even if it is an actual person in your life who is, being overly controlling or, forceful, it's certainly, a reflection of other things that are happening inside of you, right? Not to say that if it is a person in your life, they are responsible for their actions 100%. But the energy manifests because it's within us, because everything is already inside of us. And it's baby steps, right? So if it is a person in your life, dealing with that external energy helps bring you to the inside to do the shadow work, to deal with the internal reflection of that. Does that make sense? Because it's not your fault when someone does something, like they're responsible for that. For sure. Yes. And you are responsible for not continuing that behavior to yourself just because someone came in and tried to run you over. That's unacceptable. They can go. And you love yourself. Okay? Easier said than done. I know. But this is our focus. I'm feeling like stranglehold energy. Caged animal energy. I don't know if you're connecting with that. This is so interesting. Okay. So that's our focus. With that focus, we have a gift to receive. And I feel this is like very tongue-in-cheek as far as I'm concerned. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Talk about another complicated relationship I have is with this guy. Because when we find it here, we find steady growth. Listen, it's not, it's very much tortoise, not hare over here in this race. If you get that metaphor, these are seeds being planted, persistence, showing up, right? Small steps leading over time. In the reversed position, we have feelings of being stuck. Stuck in the mud comes up. Stagnant. Stubborn. So how is this the gift? I think that this energy, because this is not fun energy, right? But I actually think that that's where the key is that we saw here. Pay attention to where you feel stuck under this energy. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to why you feel stuck. That's the gift. The awareness around that. There's knowledge there. There's a key that's going to unlock more and take you deeper in with your shadow work and your ancestral work. All right. So that's the gift to receive. And then what's the gift to give? The Two of Pentacles in reverse. We got a lot of stuff in reverse on the table here. Are you going through it? Give it up. Give up the, this is, imbalance, disharmony. When we have it in the upright position, we see like a beautiful balance. This card in particular really showcasing like our material three-dimensional world with our spiritual world here, finding that beautiful balance. Okay, it's a dance. In the reverse position though, like we're not having a great go of it riding these waves. Okay, it's chaotic. Maybe you feel like you're losing your grip. Overly controlling. The gift for you to receive is, or to give, is surrender to the chaos, surrender the chaos. I think both of the ways that I've just phrased that is going to resonate with different people differently, or maybe you'll resonate with both of it. Surrender to these feelings that have you feeling out of control. Notice where you're feeling stuck. This is the key that unlocks what is controlling you. If you feel, maybe you feel like there's some like unseen force at hand trying to keep you down, man, trying to keep you down. Yeah. And Aquarius energy is like very free, but also like it's a fixed air sign. So it's the water bearer. So there's elements of water in there as well. And it's like, it's a little weird. It's a little hard to pinpoint, but you would be surprised at how, it's just like, no, we're not doing that. But pay attention to where you're feeling stuck. That's bringing the gift of awareness for you. And then these feelings of this lack of control that's for you to give into, give up. Admit that you feel out of control, that you don't have control. Does that make sense? I hope so, because that's what I've got for you. Okay, so wow. This is huge. I mean, there's the potential here for like transformation. My goodness. And listen, I would be lying if I said the tarot cards you have on the table here, if that's not like a weekly, if not daily occurrence, like for me. So, yeah, just, you are where you are. You know what I mean? I want to break free. That just came up. Interesting. All right. So we're gonna put a cute little bow on this. And I'm gonna shuffle our moon deck and we're gonna close out. Do we have any advice, guidance, last minute bits of encouragement? This is really heavy energy for my water signs, but do we have a moon card here that wants to come and support us? Ooh, hello. Kind of, there are two. Okay, yes, with a steady mind, I am connected to our collective experience. More Aquarius energy with that. This is a figure that is very much on their own, but interconnected. So let's see what this has to say here. Number 20, if that makes a difference for you, or if that's important. Like a pebble tossed into a pond, our thoughts and actions create a ripple effect throughout the world. Everything from the mundane to the mystical is an opportunity to recognize the fundamental wholeness and interconnectedness of all beings everywhere. The mundane that you feel stuck in, anyone? Listen, it's news to me too, all right? Here we go, but I like it. In honor of your own happiness and the imprint left on the collective experience at large, a steady, healthy mind is a powerful tool. In order to co-create the world we want for ourselves and for future generations, we must elevate our own thinking. Family wound. We must elevate our own thinking and see the goodness in those around us. The more we do this, the more we increase love and dissolve fear, which is desperately needed in the world right now. Yes, there's a unifying force that runs through us, especially when we heal our hearts and mature our egos. Wow. Mature our egos. As you commit to this practice as a way of being, you help to awaken the collective consciousness. Together, we can actualize a world where peace, love, and abundance are accessible to all. I love that. So that's what I have, my beautiful water sign energy. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that these messages were helpful. You're going to have to let me know. Leave me a comment. Like this video, share it, subscribe, all of the things. There's more information on me in the little description box below if you're curious about what I do. I do all kinds of things, so we can chat all about it. I would love to connect. And I am sending you so much love through all of this energy. You're beautiful, all of it. It's beautiful. You're exactly where you need to be in this vast sea of consciousness. So I will wish you luck and see you on the other side.